Hey, business owners, let's jump in because I want to talk about how you can attract mission aligned clients. I think that is something that we as business owners really want. Okay. We want to serve our clients well, and we want those who are aligned with our mission. Okay. So I've been thinking about this a lot. And so, what is that dream client or a client who is mission aligned? What does that look like for us? And so I've had a lot of thoughts tossing around in my head, just giving it a lot of thought. And so the first question is I had to say, well, why? Why would we want to attract mission aligned clients? And I was like bombarded with, I mean, you could list so many reasons why you want to attract mission aligned clients, mission fit clients. And, you could say business longevity. You could say your personal mission. It could be for your health, for you to clearly define your goals, to keep your focus, not to have a lot of burnout, to boost your productivity. There are many ways that the reason why we want to attract mission fit clients, mission aligned clients. And so many different things that can go into that. And there may be a way for you to meet your match in aligning with mission fit clients. And so we're going to talk about that today. And I want to ask if I could ask you three really thought provoking questions. And if you're driving or you're doing laundry or you're listening with your AirPods in, and you don't have something written out, I just want you to pause and think about this and answer the question in your head or answer it out loud. We're friends. We're all friends here, right? The dog will not think that you're weird if you start talking to a podcast host, right? But I just want you to answer these questions to yourself. If you have a moment and you can jot them down, then do that. Or say them out loud. Okay. So the first, it's thought provoking. So I want you to just kind of sit or say these out loud. Okay. So number one, this question I want you to ask yourself because you want to attract mission fit clients. Here's the question. What have you done in the past to get leads in your service-based business? Okay. Did you answer? So you may have gotten leads in the past by, putting something on Pinterest. Maybe it's knowing someone personally and they give you a referral. Maybe it's that you're on social media. Maybe it's your email. Okay. So what have you done in the past to get leads? I'm glad you answered that question. Okay. Now let's do number two. Okay. Remember, just answer it out loud or write it down. Number two is, where are your leads coming from right now? Okay. Now, the last question I'm going to ask you, and you're going to answer out loud or write it down. You are going to tell me, what income goals do you have in your business? What income goals do you have in your business? We're halfway through the year. And so, what income goals do you have? Maybe it was for your year, or maybe it's from now until December. Okay. So those three questions are really going to answer a lot of things for you, where your past clients have been, where your current clients are coming from now, and what are your income goals for your business. So those are really important to answer. And so, what I want to talk about today is attracting those mission fit clients and mission aligned clients in quarter four, like how to attract them. It's really important. Okay. Because by attracting mission aligned clients, mission fit clients, you can be these three things. Okay. You can be these three things when you attract your mission aligned, mission fit clients. You can be, number one, credible in your niche. You can be credible. And the definition of credible is really, you are able to be believed. You're trustworthy. You are able to be believed. You're credible. Like, what you say is really heavy. And what you say is, what I meant really is weighty, that it is definitely, it's believed. it's believed upon. And so that's what credibility means. So how you attract mission aligned clients is that you can be credible in your niche. Okay. So I was reading an article recently from Forbes magazine, and it said podcasts can help you stand out from the crowd. It can build trust between you and your listeners, which helps establish you as a leader or trusted advisor. There's that trust, the believed upon, the credibility. And then they go on to say podcasts give you credibility. That's from Forbes. And so you can be credible in your niche when you attract mission aligned clients. Okay. All right. And I know being credible is important to you, I'm sure. So the second thing that when you attract mission fit clients will do for you is you can gain consistent leads for your business. You can gain consistent leads in your business. And when we talk about mission fit and we talk about mission aligned, that your mission aligns with those clients that you're going to serve, the missions align, it leads you to help in meeting your match. It's like speed dating. Remember, I can't remember what movie that was. I think it was Hitch. And they had to sit across the table from somebody, and they had, like, I don't know, 2 minutes. And they talked and were like, hey, what do you do? How do you? And so within the 2 minutes, if you had like a connection, or, you felt like, ooh, this was maybe a match, then you would exchange numbers and then go from there. I don't suggest doing that in 2023. Okay. There's just a lot of, yeah. But if you met your match, if you were like, ooh, I feel like this might be a match, you exchange numbers, and then the bell dings, and then you move to the next seat. And so you do that. And so you get to meet a lot of people. But I'm not saying this from experience. I'm not. But from what I was watching on the movie, you can meet a lot of different people. And if you have a connection, then you change numbers. So when you get those mission fit leads, it's like you meet your match. It's like the speed dating. It's like a piece of the puzzle that you were like, oh, or that connection that, oh, we met our match. And so when you have that with a client, it gives you a confidence when you serve them, because you can gain clients that way, but then you have that connection with them, and you can have consistent clients, consistent leads coming in when you meet your match, when you meet those mission fit. And so you want to attract those mission fit leads so that you can know if you're a match or not. And so let me give you an example of this. Okay. So there is a business owner who does this really, really well. Okay. She attracts mission aligned customers. Okay. And this is how she does it. She has a podcast called The Bible Recap. If you have heard Tara Lee Cobble before, she had D Group, and it's all about discipleship. And she created the Bible Recap podcast. Now, she finds her people. Like, she finds those who are mission fit for her business. It's people who love the Word of God. It's people who want to know Him more, and they read the Bible. She even greets them on her podcast. Hey, Bible readers. She greets them as Bible readers. Those are her mission fit customers, and they're mission fit to her mission. They're doing this. They're on the path together as they are reading the Bible. They are loving the Word of God. They're knowing the Lord more intimately. And so let me tell you why. So her customers, okay, they may look a little different than your clients. Okay. But she still attracts them in the same way. She has her podcast and her Patreon membership. They pay monthly and they get a separate episode. It's a prayer for each day. So the Bible Recap podcast is free. It is to attract those mission fit clients. But then it goes a step further. And she says, if you want more, if you want a private podcast where you can get a prayer inserted into the podcast app you listen to, you can get that. If you want to be in our level of Patreon, which is a paid membership, you can get that prayer for each day. Okay. It goes along with the reading, things like that. And so she's selling product also in her shop. So she has the Patreon membership. She's selling product in her shop, like t-shirts, a tumbler. Her key phrase is, "He's where the joy is." And so she has that on t-shirts. She has that on tumblers. She has even t-shirts. It says "Future Bible Reader" on her baby onesies. Like, it's more than just for those adults who are listening, because if you're a mom and you're listening, well, those kids are listening too, if you are a stay-at-home mom. And so she has books about, one is called Your God Shot, which is something else that she says to look in every day that you are reading the Bible. It's just where you can see God clearly and see him work and see the character of God. And then she also has transcripts. She sells books, transcripts of the Bible recap. Tara Lee does this well. She is attracting those mission fit customers that are on the mission with her, to know the Lord more intimately, to be a Bible reader that finishes things and that finishes the Word of God and reads every day and listens to your podcast. So I want to encourage you, you can attract mission fit leads through your podcast. And so number 3, so we've gone through those 2, but number 3 is, when you do this, when you attract mission aligned or mission fit clients, you can also hit your income goals. Recently, I heard a company get a DM, direct message, from a gal who did not know their business. They are in an online business. She did not know them. And she didn't even know they existed, like didn't even know their name, anything, until she found them in the search bar on a podcast app. Okay. So she was typing in a search and she found their podcast. And I kind of sat back and said, well, how did that company attract her? How did they attract that mission aligned client? You'll hear she is mission aligned with them. And so how did they attract that gal that was just searching in her cell phone on her podcast app? Well, she could hear it in their voices and in their words, the values they stood by. She could hear their mission. And she wanted to be in on their program. She wanted to be in on it. She was mission fit. That's how they attracted her. She was mission fit. That is the power of podcasting. So let's recap. When you attract mission aligned clients, it makes a huge, undeniable difference in your business. You're credible in your niche. We talked about that. You can gain consistent mission fit leads, and you can hit your income goals. You can. The last gal I talked about, she is now in their program. You can hit your income goals. They did not expect her to be they don't expect everybody to be mission fit. Okay. That's the beauty. That's the beauty of podcasting, is that you don't have to know that everybody's going to be mission fit, but you will attract those who are. And so, it's all through a podcast. It's all through a podcast. And taking that step out is really important, because you can attract those who are fit and aligned with your mission. Okay, so DM me if you want to chat further about starting your podcast. But I can't wait to share more on Don't Wing It, the fall season, with you. And I'm going to see you on the next episode. And remember, I'm here to help, because life is too short to just wing it in your business. I will talk to you next time. Bye, friend.